Hi, I'm Tyler Peterson. I teach the frequency of leadership, and this is the April alignment where I help leaders to raise their frequency so they can unlock their full power. The topic this month is why raising your frequency makes you a better leader. You know, our leadership is informed, it's a direct result of our internal state of being. And our internal state of being is just another way of saying our frequency. Our frequency is our thoughts, our emotions, our beliefs, especially our beliefs about ourselves. All of this together creates our frequency. And this matters because our frequency is what we create our reality with. 24/7, every day, every night, all the time, our frequency is radiating out into the world around us. And it's drawing back to us people, circumstances, experiences, situations, relationships that agree, that are in resonance with our frequency. This is happening all the time. We can't turn it off. This is how we create our reality. So another way of thinking about this is that the world is reflecting back to you your frequency. You see it reflected back to you through your relationships, your circumstances, your experiences, the situations you find yourself in. All of that is showing you your frequency. Your frequency is what's drawing it to you. So here's the interesting thing. We are naturally very high frequency beings. It's just that we've taken on limitations in our life, and we often live at a frequency that's much lower than our full potential. This is part of the human experience. And this has happened through programming, through conditioning, through self-limiting beliefs. Sometimes this happens unconsciously, sometimes it happens consciously. We make the decision to take on a self-limiting belief because at the time we believe it will serve us. All of that together is our frequency, and all of that, the result of that is a lower frequency than what we're capable of. And if frequency is how we create our reality, how we can create anything and everything we want, then it's really critical to understand our own frequency and do what we can to elevate it. So why is this particularly important to you as a leader? Well, as a leader, you want to be effective. You want to create the outcomes you desire. You want to enjoy the creative process. Why else would you be doing it? And ultimately, you want to feel fulfilled. And you want your leadership to create a lasting impact. You want it to elevate the people around you, your partners, the people you serve. All of this is enabled and created through frequency, and particularly a high frequency. I just want to share with you a quick story. I had the opportunity to meet with a grade school principal in Flint, Michigan years ago. And this gentleman was sharing a story how one day a parent burst into his office. They were obviously upset, and they started expressing this frustration and anger towards the principal. And during this experience, he was calm, he was centered, he was grounded, he was present to what was happening, he was compassionate in the way he was listening and holding the situation. He was non-judgmental and accepting, and it only took a minute or two before the parent just sort of stopped right in their tracks, and they were sort of disarmed by how this principal was holding his frequency, how he was showing up. And it made them ask, what's going on? How are you able to stay so calm? And it had the effect of calming this other person down, shifted the entire experience, and they were able to have a conversation. They moved past the emotion and they got to a meaningful conversation. So his frequency, his thoughts, his emotions, his beliefs, especially his beliefs about himself, supported him in that moment to maintain and have a high frequency, which in turn enabled him to be really effective as a leader in that moment. And these are just some of the benefits of that you can expect to experience when you have a high frequency, when you maintain a high frequency. Other ones are, again, you create the outcomes you desire with less effort and time. That's hugely important. You're able to access your inner wisdom. It's something we all have access to, but oftentimes find it difficult to align with that and to listen to it and to trust it. That becomes a lot more easy and fluid as you hold a higher frequency. You release fear, you release limitations, you access more creativity, more inspiration, more flow. You're able to navigate challenges with greater clarity and more ease. And I think ultimately, you feel more empowered and confident to create the life you want. Life becomes much more of a thrilling adventure and experience. It's really an amazing shift when you begin to raise your frequency. And here's the cool thing. Just like that story with the principal, you are having all these benefits from elevating your frequency, these personal benefits, and your leadership is more effective. But it also has an impact on the people around you. You don't have to say a word. You just moving through life and being you, your frequency is always radiating out around you all the time. Other people feel that. It might not be a conscious experience. Oftentimes it's just a subconscious experience, but they feel your frequency. And so you are supporting them also to raise their frequency, to shift their frequency, and to realize all of those benefits I just listed, for them to realize those benefits for themselves by changing their frequency, just having been exposed to you and your frequency. It's a really beautiful and powerful and cool aspect of frequency. So what can you do right now to start raising your frequency? Well, I want to share with you one very practical and easy practice you can start implementing right now. I recommend doing this a couple of times throughout your day. It'll become second nature over time, but it's a powerful first step you can take to raise your frequency. And that is to do a body scan. And in this body scan, what you're doing is you're taking a breath, you're feeling your feet on the floor, you're becoming present to the moment. You can close your eyes. It can be a meditative experience. In fact, I would encourage it to be. It's easier to get in tune with ourselves when we close our eyes and shift into that slightly meditative space. And in a body scan, you just check in. What's your emotional state? What's your mental state? What's the state of your physical body? What's your energetic state? Do I have thoughts that are repeating in my mind? What are the nature of those thoughts? Are they supportive? Are they empowering? Are they limiting? Are they divisive? Are they undermining me? What's my emotional state? Do I feel good? Do I feel up? Do I feel a little tired? Am I sad? There's no judgment about these things. It's just an observation of them, becoming more aware of them. What's my physical body like? Are there pains? Is there tension? Am I holding anxiety in some part of my body? What's my energetic state? The kind of overall encompassing feeling in this moment. When you do this body scan and you begin to check in, you're bringing awareness to the present moment, to the state of your being, to your frequency. And in simply observing your current moment experience and being present to it, you're helping any low frequency begin to resolve and move out on its own. Oftentimes these things in our being, in our mental state, our physical state, our emotional state, our energetic state, oftentimes these lower frequencies just want to be acknowledged so they can be released, so they can dissolve and go away. And when we do this body scan, not only are we building greater awareness of our frequency, which is a huge key first step, but the very act of observing our state helps to raise our frequency. It's a powerful practice. If you don't do this already, I highly encourage you to start incorporating this into your life. I'd recommend doing it a couple times throughout the day. Set a reminder on your phone, an alarm, in the morning, in the afternoon, before you go to bed at night. And soon enough, it'll just become second nature. It'll become a habit. You won't even think about it. So I hope that practice serves you. I would love to hear in the comments of this video if you have this practice, if you use it, what it's like, what your experience has been like, if this information has been helpful to you, what works, what doesn't work. How do you approach these things? What do you do to raise your frequency? What are some of your practices? I would love to hear from you and learn from you. So with that, let's shift over into the alignment portion of this video. And before I do that, I just want to remind you all, if you've enjoyed this video, please subscribe to it. Please like the video. That helps this information get out to more people who also might enjoy it and get some value from it. And also you can go to our website, thefrequencyofleadership.com, and sign up for our newsletter. You'll be notified of these free monthly alignments, and you'll also receive the free Frequency of Leadership Essentials, which walks you through all the pillars, all the main aspects of the Frequency of Leadership course, so you can begin raising your frequency now. It's all free, and it will get you going off and running very quickly in a powerful way. So check that out. Okay, so we're going to move into the alignment. If you've done these alignments before, you can jump forward to the alignment, or you can stay tuned here and listen to these instructions. So I channel what I call alignment energies. And these energies, they come in and they work with you individually. They'll read your frequency. They understand what would be of the highest service to you right now in this moment. They're intelligent. They understand how to work with you to support you to elevate your frequency. It's a beautiful experience. It's very uplifting. You might feel something release. You might have memories or different emotions come up to be seen and experienced and released, so your frequency can move up. You may have a very peaceful, calm, energetic, uplifting experience. It could also be an experience that's just very relaxing. There's a variety of ways you might experience this, and every time you do it, it can be a little different. No matter what your experience is, know this: you are receiving the highest support tailored specifically to you in this moment to help you elevate and sustain an elevated frequency. It's really powerful and it's really beautiful. So how do we do this? I'll guide us into a lightly guided meditation. And after a minute or two, you'll hear me say, I'll stop talking, you'll hear me say, I'm going to open to the channel now and be quiet for the rest of this meditation. So for the next 15 minutes after that, I'll be completely silent. My role is to guide you into this experience, to open to these energies, and then to step out of the way. They come through, they work with you individually and support you to raise your frequency. On your end, all you need to do is just have a relaxed mind, be present, be open to receive these energies. You don't have to meditate. You don't have to be thinking anything. You don't even have to believe in this. You just have to be open and receptive to the possibility that this experience can support you. And it will. It's really quite an amazing experience. That's it. It's pretty straightforward. You can sit down, you can lay down, whatever's most comfortable. You don't want your body to be too achy or calling your attention away from being present. So just be comfortable. Try and stay awake. I highly encourage you to stay awake. You want to, as best you can, be conscious to this experience and enjoy it. Yeah. Okay, so with that, let's move right into the alignment portion of this. And I start all of these by first asking for your permission to do this alignment. And if I have your permission, please go ahead and say yes out loud to yourself or yes quietly inside. Okay, wonderful. So get comfortable if you're not already, and I'll just invite you to close your eyes. And let's bring our awareness to our breath, just breathing in through our nose and a longer, slower exhale out through our mouth. And just do that a few times, and then settle into your own rhythm. In through your nose, longer, slower exhale out through your mouth. And then let's establish our grounding. So just setting the intention to be grounded, to be connected with Earth. And you can feel yourself connected all the way down to the center of Earth. And you can also invite and ask for Earth to come up into you, to your body, to your energy, to connect with you, to hold you. So just go ahead and set that intention and know it is happening. And then let's bring our awareness up into our heart centers. So just gently resting your awareness in your heart center. And if it's helpful, you can bring to mind anything that puts a smile on your face. Maybe a favorite place in nature or a baby animal. Those are wonderful things that help us to move into our heart space. And now let's set our intention. And the intention is just simply to be present and to be open to receive all that is for your highest good. So I encourage you to state that intention out loud to yourself or quietly to yourself. And once again, it is, I am present and I am open to receive all that is for my highest good. Okay, I'm going to open to the channel now, and I'll be quiet for the next 15 minutes, the duration of this. And when we're done, I'll call us back to the room. So here we go. okay. In your own time, your own way, just gently come back to your room, to the space you're in. That's the end of the alignment energy session for this month. If you are in a really good place, just tune my voice out and stay there. Enjoy these frequencies. Let them continue to work with you. It's been such a pleasure and an honor to share this with you today. I hope you enjoyed this experience, and I look forward to seeing you again next month. That's it for now. Take care.